Hello and welcome to Health Coach in a Box. I am your health coach, Amaya Antoinette, and I'm so excited to have you here today. So today we are going to talk a little bit about the cost and benefits of adopting an unprocessed, minimally processed, plant-based whole foods diet. Okay. And I'm like super excited because I just went to Staples and I picked up my pamphlet. Okay, I don't know. I think you can see it. Yep, this is my health coach in a box book, Unprocessed the Diet. So I am in the middle of working on this course and I'm actually building the course from the guide I created. And I'm so excited because this is like the one-stop shop if you want to unprocess your diet. This was a labor of love and I'm not done yet because I got to still build the course. But I'm excited. So I'm going to like share a couple of like snippets from the program. And I'll give you more information when the program is out there running and ready to get clients and students. Okay. So let me just open up my little book and we're going to talk about the cost and benefits, right, of a more whole foods diet. And know that there are always cost and benefits, right, to everything, right? So there is a cost to changing your diet, and we know there's a benefit, but I think sometimes it can be overwhelming when you don't think about the costs. And that's what I've seen with clients. And that's what I would like to really discuss and talk about with clients, because let's talk about the challenges up front. Because then it's like, hey, we know this part sucks. This is just what it is. However, this is what I want to do moving forward. So I'll deal with this. But the point is to highlight those costs. Okay, so let's just jump in. So number one, it's a higher initial expense, right? This is one of the costs of changing your diet to a more plant-based whole foods diet. There's a higher initial expense. So I do believe, and I can vouch that eating plant-based and unprocessing your diet can be super affordable, especially when you're not adding in all the mock meats and fake mayonnaise, and when you just eat like whole foods that's like from the earth, like it's totally doable, right? But it is a higher initial expense because you have to, literally like restock your kitchen, right? You may have to, buy excuse me, you may have to buy certain types of oils, right? And you may have to start replacing like your, beef bouillon or something with like a veggie broth. And, you have to go, you may want to get a blender, you may want to get a juicer, so there are things that is going to cost more upfront. But once you have those items, then you just fall into that rhythm, right? But let's be honest, them items cost. Like you have to buy those things, right? So your avocado oil is going to cost more than that canola, right? Or the olive oil is going to cost more than that Crisco or whatever the case may be. They still, but you know what I'm saying, right? So cost number one, higher initial expense, right? Cost number two is time and effort. So when it comes to unprocessing your diet, then that means you're going to be doing more cooking, honey, right? So if you're doing more cooking, that's costing more time and effort. You can't just go to Chick-fil-A and pick up a quick dinner for you and the kids, right? You have to cook. I mean, I know they do have like services you can pay for, but you still have to prepare it, so you do have to put more time and effort into the process. And it's like, hey, is this something that I'm willing to do? Because this isn't for my health. This is for my quality of life, right? This is for my family's health. This is for my family's quality of life. Is it worth the time and effort, right? Cost number three, and this kind of goes with the other one, the last one, is limited convenience options, right? So unprocessed diet, like you can't be running to the fast food joint, right? That's another thing. Like the options are limited. Yes, there are things available. Yes, if you're out and you're hungry, you want to grab something, stop at the grocery store and eat an apple, right? Eat a banana, right? Get some nuts. So there still are convenience options, but it comes from a different perspective, right? So as opposed to maybe going to like a restaurant to pick up a meal, you may have to stop at a grocery store to get something quick that Whole Foods, like I said, like an apple or nuts or something, right? But it's different, right, than what you're probably normally used to. So it's like, hey, let's be honest, let's reflect, and let's see what the costs will be. There are costs, like I said, for everything, costs and benefits. And the question is, like, is it worth the cost to you? Okay, so 3 benefits. Number 1 is you get more nutrient-rich foods, okay? That is super important, right? You will have foods that give you the energy, that give you the vitamins, the minerals that you need to have the energy and vitality that you want in life, I'm sure, right? We all want to have the vitality and the energy. Let me tell you, like when I shifted my diet to more plant-based whole foods, like my energy went through the roof. Like I have a ton of energy, like I just do, and I'm really grateful, right? And when I eat, like I've noticed, I know that when I change my diet, I have more energy. That's just what it is. Like I don't necessarily need to have like 5 cups of coffee to have energy. Like my diet, because I'm eating nutrient rich foods, and you are what you eat. So if you eat a bunch of junk, you're gonna feel like junk. If you eat nutrient rich foods, you're gonna feel good, right? So benefit number 1. Benefit number 2 is that you have improved digestion. So your body is able to digest whole plant-based foods better because it recognizes it, right? Your body's like, oh, okay, I know what this is. Let me break it down. But the issue is when you're eating all the processed food, your body like, hold on, what is going on here? What is this? Right? So when you eat whole foods, your body's able to better digest. And plant-based. I am advocating for plant-based. Okay. Like I said, that's what I'm advocating for. If you are like, hey, I'm carnivore every day, that is cool. I don't want to argue with anyone. This is all about just uplifting people, giving you information. And if it resonates with you, cool. If it doesn't, do you boo. Okay, do you boo. Okay, so improved digestion. I want to just talk about that a little bit more. So as someone who deals with IBS, that has been something I've dealt with since I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I was eating the traditional standard American diet. I had the hot dogs, the hamburgers, the General Mills cereal, the dairy milk, the cheese, all that stuff. And I was always sick. Okay. Every time I ate, my stomach hurt. It just hurt. It hurt. And I just thought the eating came with that. So every time I ate, I'm gonna be sick. Like that's just what it's gonna be. And as I got older, I was like, okay, hey, it has to be another way because this is painful, right? And then when I started to take certain things out of my diets, like the cheeses, like the dairies, like the chicken, like I had a lot of chicken growing up, and every time I had chicken, like my stomach was like done for days. Like it was not a good thing. So once I eliminated the dairy, the chickens, the meats out of my diet, I noticed a big difference. Now I still would deal with IBS symptoms after that. And I'll share more about the IBS journey because I know that's like something that affects a lot of people. I still had symptoms like issues and stuff. I'm still dealing with it. I'm still working on healing and figuring out what works, what doesn't work. But it got substantially better when I eliminated those things from my diet. Like I saw the immediate difference. Okay, so last benefit that I'm going to share for this video is weight management. Okay, so unprocessed diets are often lower in added sugars, the unhealthy fats, the empty calories, which makes it easier for you to what? Maintain a healthy weight. Let me tell you. Okay, so have to count calories. I don't look at calories. I don't count calories. I don't think about how much is in my food. I just don't. And I don't worry about my weight because I'm eating plant-based whole foods. Like I don't think about my weight. So it's much easier like to maintain your weight and even to lose weight when you go plant-based and you're eating real foods. when I started to, because I told you I, started changing my diet, but that took years and years of like, in 1 year I stopped eating the chicken, and the next year maybe I was like, okay, do I really want to give up eggs? Right? So it took like, this was years in the making, right? And the most recent like thing I eliminated, probably a couple years ago, I finally eliminated eggs because I was like, okay, y'all, I like my eggs, but I realized that when I had eggs, like my stomach would hurt. And I was like, okay, girl, you need to get off these eggs. So I got off the eggs and I stopped eating so much fish. So first I was like eating like a lot of fish too. So I totally like that came to a quick a big halt, right? So I stopped eating that, and literally like I started incorporating like fasting into my diet. Okay, I have another video about that, but literally like the excess fat that I had just melted away. I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't working out extra. I wasn't doing anything. Like I wasn't doing anything. I was just eating and doing my regular workouts, living my life. And then the weight just started to come off of me. Excess weight started to come off of me. And I was like, oh, dang. Right? And it was just from eliminating certain things from my diet. I wasn't eating the eggs. I wasn't eating the fish. I just was just eating the plants, right? And it shifted and it showed. And let me tell you, I don't know if you can see my arms. Yeah, okay, you can see my arms here. So, I mean, I got a little, but it was way, this is good. This is good. It was way bigger than this. Like I used to always be like, how can I just get my arms smaller? Like, and I could never figure it out. Like I would do the workouts, I would do the weights. Literally, y'all, when I stopped eating certain things, when I eliminated certain things, the fat just fell from my arms. It just literally, it just came off. And I'm like, what? So yeah, there are costs and benefits to eating a whole foods plant-based diet. And you just have to think about, hey, are the costs worth it, right? But I think it helps when you look at the benefits. You're like, you know what? I can forego convenience. I spend a little extra money on this because I know it's going to help me in the long run, right? So I hope you found that helpful. I hope you found that beneficial, and I will continue to share more from my Health Coach in a Box program that I'm super excited about. Oh, yeah, you can see Health Coach in a Box. Can you see that? Yay. Okay. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you for spending time with me. Until next time. Peace.